Hey, everybody. It's Sunday night, so it's time for FMTV Weekly. I am your host, Peter Brown, and we have a game that's about to start just an hour and a half away. We've got Nashville versus Inter Miami. They're going to play tonight. I'm pretty confident they're going to play tonight, but we got a great show for you tonight. We're going to talk about the Inter Miami Nashville game with a friend of ours from Nashville. And also, of course, as always, I cannot do this show alone. So let's welcome on Uncle Ed. Say hi, Ed.
Peter Brown, how you doing, man? Good to see you. And I just dropped something behind me, but it doesn't matter because we're excited. We're finally going to play, Peter. This is going to be so awesome. And, it's just, and we're going to talk to an old friend.
Old friend. Guys, old.
Very old friend.
Right.
We drank with him tons. I mean, we've lost a lot of brain cells with this guy, and it's going to be awesome to talk to him. But before we do that, Peter,
yes,
we got stuff to take care of.
We do have a little bit of business to do before we get the show started with our friend Chris Carrazzo, who's the guy, Chris Morazzo. I don't know why I said that. Chris Morazzo. I don't know why. Maybe it's the few beers that I had with you, Ed, earlier before the show.
That's probably what it was.
That's what it was. We were at World of Beer, and Ed and Eric Thomas, one of our regulars, we all were sharing a few beverages, and I think that's
coincidentally invited us, quote unquote, but didn't. In the end, we split the bill, so he owes us.
Because that is true. But like we talked about, we're going to go to a more expensive place when he pays.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. And that deal goes for anybody in the chat, right? You want to buy us dinner? We're all for it.
We'll do it.
We're whores here. But anyways,
yeah, when it comes to beer, we'll do whatever it takes.
Wow.
Almost everything.
Anyways, let's get to the business. Let's thank Caneswear. Go to caneswear.com or go to the store in Davie. Go to Caneswear to get all your Inter Miami gear. Everything there is marked off right now, marked down. Huge savings all throughout the store. Whether you want Inter Miami, Caneswear, Dolphins, anything you want, you can find it at Caneswear. Go to caneswear.com or go visit the store. The guys are great. Have a little fun talking soccer with those guys. They're still learning the sport, so have a little bit of fun talking a little football with the guys in Caneswear. It's a lot of fun. Also, let's say a big thank you to our lawyer, Vargas Law Group, because every show needs a lawyer. And if anybody...
That laugh behind in the background?
Yeah, because that guy that was laughing needs a lawyer probably more than anybody. So, but this happens to be an immigration lawyer. So contact Federico Vargas, our friend Federico Vargas, big Inter Miami supporter. If you have any immigration questions, go to vargaslaw.com and mention that you saw it on Futbol Miami TV, and you will get a free consultation. Ed, why don't you take real quick? Let's see if we could do this quick and welcome everybody that's in the chat. And please, everybody that's in the chat, hit that thumbs up, give us a like, and do a little roll call for us.
Yeah, here we go. The first person that got on today was Jose305. Jose, how you doing, my friend? We also have Jazz Fusion on. He was the second one on board. Alex Z, who of course took me forever to give him his hat, but he got his hat. Yeah, Jason Vies is also on board. Hello, Jason. How you doing? Daniel Rodriguez, our good friend Daniel Rodriguez. There's Chris Arjun. Kevin Gonzalez. How you doing, Kevin? You met him. He traveled to LA with me as well.
Nice.
Esteban Mejia. We've got Mr. XO Warrior is also on board. We can't do this show without Judge Dredd the Law. He's on board. We got some mysterious guy, Peter, called Motorcycle Gang TV.
And he says, I need to shave.
Wow, so that's interesting.
I'm trying to show my age. I got a lot of gray. If you look, I got a lot of gray in the beard, so I'm showing my age.
Yeah, and did I mention this guy? I haven't seen this guy in forever. Eric Thomas.
Hey.
Did we mention him? Yeah, he
made it back.
On board
made it back on
Another
time.
guy that went to LA that I saw in LA with me. Diego Espin is on board as well. We got Score FL. Greetings, guys, he says. We've got Tony.
Hey, yo, Tony. Hey, Tony. Hey.
Tony's on board. And this whole thing moved on me crazy. It's Gustavo Lorusso, who's also on board from Argentina.
Nice.
How you doing, Gustavo? Well, we got people from all over the place. We got Superior 7 is also here.
So hang on,
the beard.
Yeah, motorcycle.
The beard rocks, he says.
Motorcycle Gang says he will hit the like button if I shave. Do I need to get the razor and shave on the show? Is that what I need to do?
So. People are Choopy even says the beard rocks, so you might stick with it.
So screw you, Motorcycle Gang.
Goose is also on, and one of our favorite names, Sean the Fish Slayer.
Yes,
he must be one hell of a fisherman. But that's it so far, Peter. I'm sure everybody else. If you guys want to say anything, Brant Will is also on board, and he just showed up right now. Anybody else? Miguel Paz. Wow, people are going. Uncle Lee needs to shave too. He's saying.
Well,
maybe I do.
And this is
yeah, guys. Got any questions for our guest or for Peter? Want him to shave on the show? He will do it for you guys.
I mean, so, the bathroom's just down the. I mean, I could go get it if I have to.
Do it live, man. Just do it live, man. We got 305-790, man. I've never seen somebody follow us with the numbers 305-790.
And he's saying to keep it.
Yeah. One world, one goal. Also on board. Okay, Peter.
She says, let's get Gillette as a sponsor.
Yeah, that would be great. We definitely could use it,
And Jason V says we're twinning.
We are. Good stuff.
All right. Anyways, that's enough nonsense. Let's say a big welcome to our buddy all the way from Nashville, Tennessee. Used to live in New York, used to live in Fort Lauderdale or near the Weston area, Davie, whatever you call it, and now resides in Nashville, and for some reason is a Nashville SC fan. Let's say hi to Chris Marazzo. How you doing, Chris?
Hey, Chris.
Merry pandemic, everybody. Merry pandemic.
You guys might remember Chris from The Tailgate Show, and we'll talk a little bit about that throughout the show, but I know that they're now ripping us off once again.
Again.
Yeah, long story short, Chris, a long time ago, reached out to me and said, when we were doing our podcast, our radio show, asked me how to do it, and said he was going to rip me off. First, he said he's going to rip me off and then asked me how to do it. I told him how to do it, and there we go. And here he is. Now he's moving on to YouTube, and because that's where it's at. And everybody wants to see that. Everybody wants to see that beautiful mug.
Yeah,
and you better behave. I might steal your wife one day.
Oh, wow. Man, I don't know.
Let's bring your girl on and see what she has to say about that.
Yeah. She'd give me away. You crazy? That'll be a fight to get rid of me. Yeah. Man, this is crazy, right? Yeah, we had to. We've always been, in the studio show, and now with this pandemic crap, you got to find ways to do things that you wouldn't normally do. So we're going to be separate, and it is what it is.
Remember, you guys used to do the Cudio back in the day.
Yes.
That was because it was in a kitchen.
Yes. I remember when that phrase was coined. It was from another YouTube guy or something, wasn't it?
It was a poker guy. Remember he came to the Strikers tailgate. He was a famous online poker player or something.
He said he was famous.
Yeah, well, we believed him.
It doesn't take much for us to believe people. A couple beers, we're good.
Yeah.
Plus, he says he'll get us on, whatever at the time, YouTube, Instagram. We're like, okay, put us on.
Yeah, sure.
We want
why
to
not?
on with anybody.
Yeah, right. But he came up with the phrase "kitchen studio cudio," right?
Yep, absolutely. I'm really happy to be, because I'm a big music guy, and to be interviewed by ZZ Top is amazing.
Motorcycle Gang is appreciating the fact that I am now just a floating head, and that he's going to have nightmares because I am now a floating head. Just with you, Chris. I am a floating head just with you.
Yeah, okay. Peter. It's like an orb.
Yeah. I'm here. I'm your little buddy on your shoulder just for tonight. Yeah. All right.
So, Ed, I see you got your 3-striper on. I like this kit, man. I really like it a lot. And listen, dude, I couldn't wear my other kit. I'm sorry that color is just not me. I can't wear that.
Oh, bright yellow.
Really
that's
super. Yes.
Caution sign yellow.
More like highlighter, I think.
What was I? Oh, you said highlighter. Took me off on a tangent. Are you guys watching? Do you guys have Apple TV?
No, I actually switched to YouTube TV. That's what I got now.
Well, Apple TV, if you've bought, just FYI, if you've bought an Apple device in the last year, you have it for free. It's so, but they have a show on there with called Ted Lasso. And Ted Lasso, it's a funny show. It's Jason Sudeikis. Jason Sudeikis. What's this guy's? Yeah. Is it Jason? I don't remember. Sudeikis, yeah. Funny guy. Yeah, he used to be on Saturday Night Live. I don't know where he's from, but he's funny. Live. Okay, there you go. And so it's an American football coach that gets hired in England to become a football coach in an English Premier League team that's about to be relegated. Nice. So it's just a fish out of water story. It's funny, and just you saying highlighter made me think of it because he doesn't know anything about soccer. He knows nothing, and he's put into this position, and he calls the referee, "Hey, highlighter."
They do wear that very bright yellow, right?
Right.
That's about what our color is.
You guys should look it up. If like I said, if you've bought an Apple device in the last year, you got it for free. That's how I have it. I'm not paying for it. It's like $5 a month, but I'm not paying for it. I got it for free because I bought an iPhone 6 months ago, whenever it was. But
check that out.
Yeah. It's pretty funny. The woman that runs the soccer team purposely put a man that doesn't have any place being there in charge because she wants it to fail because it's her husband's that cheated on her love. But
anything he loves, she destroys.
Right, exactly. And at the end of the day, the Jason Sudeikis guy is like this lovable character that everybody loves, even though he doesn't know anything about the sport, but you love him anyways, and you can't help it. But fun little show. If anybody's looking for a soccer show, it's a new one, and it was kind of fun. So, highlighter made me think of it.
Highlighter.
Yeah, tangents. Anyways.
Well, I want to give a shout out real quick to Carlos, my friend that got me this cool jersey, Carlos Pulido. Shout out to him. Thanks for the jersey. Go ahead.
All right.
I bought this. Thank you, me.
And I bought this from Target. I didn't know we were wearing our 3 stripes. I have that one in the closet. I didn't know we were doing that. So this is just my Target special.
Oh.
My 3-stripe one though is from Caneswear, so that's good.
Isn't that kind of cool? Like us just being striker fans.
Yeah.
I've never been a fan of a team that's going to be like in stores. Like you walk into Walmart or Target and you walk into these big stores and there's Nashville SC gear. It's like, whoa, man, that's so cool, man. I could get stuff right here, right now.
Yeah, I mean, as a Strikers fan or Miami FC, whatever it is, you never see your stuff in a local store. So that is cool. Now you're like, hey, we're in the big leagues. I mean, it's a small little amount, only a few shirts, but it's something.
It's something you appreciate when you're in a lower level division fan for a long time.
Yeah,
been there for a very long time.
Exactly. So once you get that taste of the big life, you're like, whoa, man, this is awesome.
Well, Chris, I don't know. You haven't been down here for a while, but, they've got a new stadium up now. Yeah. That tree that used to water all the time, it's not there anymore, unfortunately.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
but I hear Zachary still has a piece of that tree and it's still alive, which is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. Those guys spend most of their time hating on Inter Miami. That's their passion project.
They don't like if it ain't Lauderdale. That's just what the facts are, right? If it ain't Fort Lauderdale, they don't like it.
There's a team now for Lauderdale Club de Futbol.
Yeah.
And they're doing pretty well actually. They've won a few games, and they're maybe they'll support them.
No, they won't. No, they won't. No, they won't. Anyways,
not if they have a shot at playing Hemmershey FC. They don't.
No, and there's no shot of that either. Well, I guess Open Cup. I guess anything's possible, but it's not.
How do you say that name? Hemorrhage? It sounds like they're hemorrhage or something. What?
Yeah, that you don't want that. No, I believe you pronounce that word Hemmershey.
I don't know why that made me laugh so much. Hemorrhaging FC.
Yes.
Well, hey, look, I could poke fun because I haven't renewed, but I have been an owner, so I could make fun, I guess. I have not renewed because
renew so we can have we could at least.
I was debating because they hate on everything so much. I'm like, do I want to give them my $20? But at the same time, I like what they're doing as far as creating a local team. Yes. I love that. I've told the brothers that I may disagree with them on a lot of things, but I love their passion and I love the fact that what they're doing with their creating a local fan-owned team. I love that. I respect that nonstop.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I probably will renew, but still. Hemorrhaging FC. I mean, they're hemorrhaging for sure because they're a fan-owned team. They need the money. So go to hemorrhagefc.com or org or whatever and give them $20. Be a part owner. There, plug.
And there's a great chance if you own a soccer team in Florida, you're losing a shitload of money.
And that's true.
They've had a tough time down there.
Yeah, of course, and hopefully that changes now with Inter Miami. But like always, anytime you get Chris on the phone, we just start talking. The show doesn't go the direction we thought it might go or anything like that.
Yeah,
it's just
definitely not, man.
It's just
this is a preview show, and we haven't even talked about preview yet.
Nothing. And I actually had another topic I wanted to touch on, but we haven't even done that. And I haven't even looked at the chat. No clue what the chatters are saying. I hope you're paying attention, Ed.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking a little bit, but keeping up with Chris is a little difficult. So especially when he's had a couple of beers.
Yeah. Oh. But listen, let me say this. I think the lack of playing in that tournament will have an effect on us in Dallas for a few weeks. I think you guys have got a chance to gel and get to game speed a lot better than these teams. I think it will be a little bit of a catch-up game. How long it'll take, I'm not sure.
Yeah, and we didn't play last week, and I actually wanted to touch on that real quick. So just something that was kind of something that meant something to me a little bit is last week Inter Miami did not play. 5 out of the 6 teams did not play on Wednesday night, and I just wanted to bring this up a little bit because we got a forum, and I've always said, and me and Ed, we've talked about this a little bit, and that our show, we try to keep it light, we try to keep it fun, and all that, but. At the same time, we do have a little bit of a forum, a little bit of a platform, and I've been reading so much about what's going on with the fact that the teams decided to boycott those games and all that, and the only thing I just wanted to touch on it is that I've read so many comments, positive, supporting the fact that they decided to postpone the games, they decided not to play. Negatives, where so many people are complaining that, hey, if I walk out on my job, if I don't do that, I'm not going to get paid or anything like that, or I'll get fired. Well, guess what? Nobody cares about you and your job, right? Because you don't have the platform that these players have. These players have a different kind of platform than you and I have going to the print shop, right? So these players, and here's something, just a little backstory that, just for me, I don't watch the news a whole lot. I didn't know anything about this one story, this Blake story. I didn't know anything about it. And that's why doing something like they did, postponing the game, I'm sitting there watching TV, and at the time I'm chatting with Ed, he's saying they're probably not going to play. And I'm like, why? What happened? Why are they not going to play? I did not know about this news story. And a team's, whether you be MLS or whether it be NBA or Major League Baseball or what have you, the fact that these clubs decided to, and leagues decided to take a stance and make a social statement and stand up for what they believed was right. It's important because someone like me, and I think I'm just an example of a lot of people, aren't as plugged in as they probably should be. But I'm plugged into my soccer team. And so guess what? My soccer team decided not to play a game, so which made me then go do some research and find out what exactly happened. And I'm not going to sit here and tell anybody what side they should believe in, if you believe this or that. But what I like about them standing up is just the fact that it causes conversation. Whether it's positive or negative, I see so many comments of negativity and stuff like that, but so many positive comments. And those comments are important. We just need to get together and talk about the issues. And the team saying, we're not going to play, and making a statement like that is brings to light the issue to some people that may not be paying attention to the issues as much. So they got a platform, they used it, they missed one game. We're pretty confident they're going to play this weekend because games have already happened. Players, stood up and had a statement. Again, I was a little upset. I'm all ready to watch the Inter Miami game. I'm excited to watch the game, and it gets postponed. But I get it. Going back to like what Colin Kaepernick did, just as for me, I was the kind of person that saw that and thought that was wrong. But now, you know what? The guy was ahead of the time. Maybe he was right. Maybe he was wrong. I don't know. But he made a statement, and he brought spotlight onto a situation that needed to be addressed. And that's what MLS is doing, right? So I thought it was an important moment in sports history when all leagues stopped except for the Orlando City Nashville game.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy, Peter, when that did actually happen, because I was there, like I had told you, and for the game not to start, that was just that kind of hurt,
Yeah.
And at first I didn't even know about the reason why, because I'm like you, I don't get online that often. I mean, I don't watch the news that often, and I get most of my information from Twitter, so I saw it on Twitter. I was like, well, why are they going to suspend it? I didn't get it. So I looked it up, and, sure enough, there was some things that were going on. And I was like, oh, wow, that, this kind of sucked for me. And personally, because I was there and I was outside waiting for the game to start.
And I was chatting you because when I'm watching the game, 1 minute, the sideline reporter is saying the game's going to happen. The next minute, they're like, maybe not going to happen. Right. They didn't even know. It was so spur of the moment. But
during our match, even at halftime, they had said, we're not 100% they're coming out.
So there was I've read a lot of stories specifically about the Orlando match, because the Orlando players, I think, felt a little bit guilty, and Nashville maybe a little bit guilty for playing the game, because they didn't necessarily fall in line with all the other teams, but it was a little bit.
No.
It was a little bit different. Well, no. Here, yeah, exactly. It was interesting, but I think they felt that way maybe, as I'm reading between the lines a little bit, because so everything was happening in real time. Now, with the NBA, it was easier for them to coordinate. They're all in Orlando. They can all talk to each other. They can all easily coordinate. And MLS are all scattered all across the country. So they're all on their phones and talking. And so the interesting thing was, before the Orlando game, there was talk. But I didn't know this. I don't know if you guys knew this. But at a certain point before the game, MLS rule, all phones must be turned off. There are no phones allowed at a certain point before the game. So all phones are shut off. So that means until the end of the game, phones are shut off. So those players that at halftime, you could say, like you were saying, Chris, that there was questioning whether they'd come back out. Well, they still at this point don't know what's going on, because they got their phones turned off. They're not paying attention. They're not on the big group chats with the players for change. And so it's an interesting. I didn't know that they had to shut their phones off. I don't think a lot of people knew that they had. That's an MLS policy. So our game started a little bit later, and so that's why that game made the news, because it happened during our game. But even if you're watching the game, it was still kind of unsure up until that last second. They were practicing, getting ready, training to play the game, and there was constant conversations between Luis Robles and the captain for Atlanta. His name is Jeff Lorenowitz. So they were constantly talking as to what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And trying to coordinate with the rest of the league to be enforced. Or the Orlando guys said, look, if we had known, we would have done the same. But they just didn't know because they had to turn off their phones.
It's true. I got to mention, Peter, that Mr. Exo Warrior is saying that Reverend Peter Brown preaching. He sure is.
Yeah, that was just the thing, is we even discussed here on this show that if we wanted to touch on this topic, because we like to be silly, we like to be fun, and I'm not here to try to change anybody's mind. If you don't believe that in the movement, in the Black Lives Matter movement, that's fine. That's your business. We could disagree. Me personally, I mean, I have my own journey, right? We all have our own journeys. We were actually talking to a friend today, and my journey started from going to a high school that was predominantly black, and there was riots all the time, and you get certain thoughts about certain people, and then as you get older, you realize, well, that's just dumb, because that's just a small group of people. That is not everybody. You learn, right? And so and that's the great thing about, I think, the event that happened, is that it's conversation. You don't learn without talking. And sometimes those talks might get ugly, and you might argue, and you might disagree, but that's okay. You're good. Hopefully you get to the end a better place. And And that's what I think where we're at now. We're at a point in time that it's interesting because everything's on social media and everybody gets to be like warriors behind their keyboard. But, and again, I'm not here to change anybody's mind. I just thought it's interesting because, and I guess this was a long-winded thing to get to this point. I said that to get to this, is that what do you guys think? Do you think this type of thing has any kind of an impact on MLS? Inter Miami sits out of a game. Nashville sits out of a game. Well, they didn't actually. They played. Every other team sits out. I tried to bring in Nashville, but they played. But everybody sits out. Does it make a difference? What do you guys think?
Chris?
Those kind of things are huge. I mean, when those big sporting events don't happen, everyone talks, man. Everyone talks. I mean, it shakes the ground. So those guys do have a big platform. It's huge, and they got to use it the way they think they need to. Whatever is best for them. And I'm always the person that says, listen, you got to make yourself better and do what's best for you, and you got to do you. So. I think they did a very loud statement.
And I'm the kind of person that when I watch these award shows back in the day when I used to watch the Grammys or whatever, and I'd see a recording artist get up on stage and start preaching their politics, I'm the first person to go, that's not the right place for it. But I'm starting to come around that maybe it is the right place. Maybe you have a platform, you've got to use it, right? And they did, because it gets people talking. You can argue about if it's the right place, the right time, or what have you. But it got us talking. This show right here would never talk about this topic had Inter Miami not chosen to make the decision they made, if that made sense. Right? We would never talk about that, Ed. We want to be a little more silly, have fun with Chris and all that kind of stuff. We would never talk about this topic if it wasn't for the fact that they sat out. So it makes a difference.
Yeah. Well, I want to give a shout out to Anu Weisman, who was on our previous show. How you doing, Anu? Also, Ricky Ricardo, who does the shows, the Spanish shows with me, and sometimes covers for Peter Brown when he goes to Disney World. Shout out to him too.
I'll be going again. I'll be going again in October, by the way.
Oh, so Ricky, get ready, man.
I already made my reservations.
Okay, well, Ricky, you're gonna have to cover for Peter already. We already know what's happening. Also, a shout out to Kara, who's on here too, also leaving some messages on the chat. And Chris, tell us a little bit about Nashville. Do you think there is a chance in this world that they can beat Inter Miami? Because, man, I got to tell you, they've been losing a lot. What's the deal? I saw a message earlier on the chat also where somebody said that we were talking about hemorrhaging. They said that the defense, Nashville's defense, was hemorrhaging also. So
they're pretty exhausted.
But they do have a better record than we do.
They do? How many games have they won?
They're ahead of us. They're ahead of us. That's all.
Slightly.
Yeah, they got what I think you got one tie, which is the reason you're ahead of us.
Yeah.
Well,
I think listen, we are definitely struggling, right? We need someone we can send this ball to. We need someone up front that can finish. I don't think Mukhtar's, working as well, or is not, maybe not fully in that position yet. It's maybe a little bit new to him, and we're working some kinks out. And again, I really believe in that. Not playing in that tournament is going to sting for a little bit. Getting that ability, that time to gel, I think is super important. And spending that much time together, I think all that it's big.
All right. Well, it'll be interesting. It's the first time the two expansion clubs are facing each other. It's going to be fun. I mean, it could become, some people, want to say a rivalry because we both came into the league at the same time. I don't know. But tonight will definitely be a lot of fun. Have you got a chance to watch any of Inter Miami, Chris?
Oh yeah. Listen, I'm way into it. I watched the whole tournament just because we were out. I was very into it. Yeah.
What'd you think?
They looked a little shaky there in the beginning, right? I thought they started coming around better. Listen, I mean, we hear this all the time. Gel. it must
Got
have
gel
some
right
truth
here.
to it.
Got some gel right
and
here.
You guys,
you haven't used any gel in like
since '86.
There you go.
Wow, that was a wow.
That's a joke.
You either, Ed.
No, that's true. It's true. I've been wearing hats lately, but I'm like Chris. You know, we're pretty smooth, aerodynamic. I'd like to say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Bald is beautiful.
Oh yeah.
I forgot where I was.
You were talking about your favorite gel. Which was it?
Yeah. But right, you guys have come along lately, right? Been playing better, scoring more. So I think that's something that takes a little time. I'm hoping it just doesn't take us very long.
Yeah, we've been struggling a little bit too, Chris. We've been in each game. It's always been very close, but the last game, it looked like we were coming around the corner, you know. And we're missing some pieces as well, just like you guys are. It looks like our number 9, the one we have right now, Carranza, finally woke up.
He woke up.
He had it took him a little bit of time, but it looks like he woke up. I think it kind of hurt us that we didn't play the last game against Atlanta, because I think we were on a roll. I think they were feeling good about each other.
And Atlanta was gettable. You know, Atlanta was, they've lost their coach. They didn't play so great against Orlando, and it was definitely doable there. So that was a game I think was winnable.
And Orlando beat them just recently. Right. When was it? Yesterday, I think it was.
I don't know.
So first time Orlando ever beats them. So that they're definitely vulnerable. They're weak right now, and we need to take advantage and pounce on that.
Yeah, and Orlando's been playing very well.
They have, and that's another thing I was going to say. We got to beat them, and that's our intended rival. We looked good. Our defense, sometimes we just have certain lapses still, but I think we're going to get there. It's I think when Matuidi shows up, we're definitely going to be on track, because he's going to be able to hold that ball and distribute it better to the forwards and Pizarro, who I think will probably be the guy that's going to maneuver everything towards the attackers. So that's what we're missing. And somebody mentioned earlier that Ulloa and Trapp are wondering when Matuidi starts playing, because one of them's probably going to be on the bench after he shows up.
Where are we going here?
What do you think, Peter?
Yeah, no, I was actually reading some of the chat, off topic, but important for tonight. People questioning on where they can see the game. It's on local TV, local channel 33. Some people questioning that, hey, it's on ESPN Plus. Those of us that have ESPN Plus, and then you go and you click on it and it won't let you watch it. It's because, the local TV deal that they have with My33. So, but you can also watch it on the Inter Miami app. So if you want to hold it in your phone, you could do that. But you know what? So what's annoying about that TV deal is that I understand that they want you to watch, and I'm sure it's like this in Nashville, but I understand that they want you to watch it on local TV. But normally when a game out of market, let's say it's on Fox Sports, and it's not necessarily going to be on ESPN Plus right away. It takes like a day or two for you to watch the replay. And okay, that's great. That's understandable. But the local broadcast, even a day or two later, it's still not available on ESPN Plus for those of us that are local. So I can't necessarily watch it again and again and again like I want to. I just watch it that one time live because I don't have a DVR anymore. I'm a cord cutter. I'm all internet.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to be on the app. So if anybody's got the app, I've got the app, so I'm going to definitely do what Jazz Fusion is saying. He puts app plus AirPlay equals full screen plus Ray Hudson.
Yeah. But question, does the app have a catalog? Like, can I watch last week's game on the app still? Is it still there? Or is it only streaming?
That is a good question.
I think it's only streaming because I looked. I looked before I asked the question, and I didn't see it. Now, maybe it's there and I don't see it, but I looked for it because I wanted to watch it. I could do the same thing, stream it onto my Apple TV or something like that, but I didn't see it. So
yeah, we're the same way here. We have my TV 30, and I couldn't. I'm a cord cutter also, and I couldn't get it anywhere else but YouTube Live TV. So that was the only one that had the my TV 30. So I had whatever the Sling before that.
Yeah.
So I canceled that one and went to YouTube, and now I get it. Because if not, I would have had to use the antenna, and it was driving me nuts. I tried it for the first maybe 1 or 2 matches. Like, no, the hell with this.
Question: since this is this is in the market. You guys, I guess, are going to listening to it with your broadcasters. We'll listen to it with Ray. That's what I was getting at. Is you don't get to listen to Ray Hudson.
Oh
yeah, no, I know, dude. That I would love to hear Ray, dude.
He is calling our games, and it is amazing. It's magisterial.
Yeah,
it is. He did a couple of wonderful things. He said a Bizarro, Pizarro.
I love that.
After that, I was like, oh man, he's already starting. So, you know, I know you're gonna miss that, Chris.
Absolutely,
but,
man.
Yeah.
He's an amazing commentary. Sometimes I'll be flipping through and he'll be doing a match on Bein, and I'll watch it just to listen to him.
Yeah, he's incredible. Just talking and talking. What we got? What else we got, Peter?
No, I'm just popping up some comments. A lot of love coming to Ray Hudson. Motorcycle Gang TV says Carranza has an eye for the goal that Cyclops would be jealous of.
True. He did do some great goals.
I don't get the Cyclops reference. He's got
a beam of an eye.
There you go.
All right.
There you go. See, Chris knows what's
up.
I
get it. I don't. Is that nothing? I won't say that.
It's powerful.
I was going to say, is that a Polish joke or something? I don't know.
Well, no, I don't think so.
Our motorcycle gang is Polish, right?
Yeah, he's a Polish. I think he's one of the only Polish people in town. So.
Right. No, he told us there was 2.
Oh, okay. Well, it's him and some other guy. So.
He told us there was 2. Oh, hey, how about that?
What happened?
We got a voicemail.
Oh, well, let's check it out.
Other things that you can rip off, Chris.
Let's do it.
We don't take live calls on this show, but we do take voicemails. And if anybody would like to leave us a voicemail, they can call 786-474-4435. Let's take a listen to this voicemail. I have not heard it. It's happened live while we were on the show.
You just play it live?
Here we go.
Oh, boy.
Oh, wait, it didn't work. You guys didn't hear that, did you?
No.
Let me try it again here. Sometimes technology, though, is a bitch.
It's a bear.
Nothing?
All right, guys, keep talking.
Okay, well, I'm just putting down the number so that people could check it out. Can call us up again. It's 786-474-4435. Just leave us some voicemail, guys, and we will listen in and put it again so you guys can.
Ed, he forgot to plug it in.
No, it was plugged in. It just
Ed,
it's not. It's not. It was plugged in.
He's not familiar how to plug things in.
Hello, he played with technology. He didn't plug it in.
All right. Shut up and listen.
Yeah.
Hello, this is Lionel Messi from Argentina. Calling, first-time caller, long-time fan of the show.
Player.
I just wanted to let you guys know that I'll be watching the game tonight because I think I will be joining your squad there.
Awesome.
Have a good show. Okay.
He's joining Nashville?
I don't know. I don't know who he's joining.
Right. Now he's joining our squad. He's joining Inter Miami. Is what
he
saying.
did not say that.
No, but he's on my wall right here. He's on my wall. If you guys are paying attention, I know he's right there. So he's up there.
People have noticed that Peter's got Lionel Messi's picture up there. So
right there, guys. I mean, so this is our dream player, right? We want him someday. He said someday maybe he'll come here. Maybe someday, maybe.
And that was Lionel Messi just called us up live, in this show. He listens to Futbol Miami TV, so you guys should too. And he just basically said that he's coming to Miami. That confirms everything.
All right. I thought I heard Nashville.
How would Lionel Messi mesh in Nashville? I mean, How many of the?
He's a big country music fan.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
How does that
make sense?
How does that cultural difference kind of work?
We'll get him a pair of shit kickers. He'll be fine.
I mean, that's what worked for you, right?
Exactly. Fit right in.
Hey, Chris, tell me, what do you guys do up in Nashville? I mean, do you guys do cow tipping? I mean, what do you guys do for fun up there?
Cow tipping?
I don't know. I'm asking.
That's a good one. No,
That's more
listen,
Texas.
Yeah. I live in a real small town, and but I'm only 25 minutes to downtown Nashville. So we go down there. We'll go listen to music, and then we'll come back. Or there's some cool spots up here. It's a really Nashville's really cool, dude. Like it's got a lot of old stuff, and you can go into these. You can find a little bar or a little place of music like around any corner. It's just like in the weirdest spot, kind of thing. It always feels like adventurous for me.
Yeah, I've always heard great things about that town. I mean, forget about the soccer team. I mean, they're going to lose tonight, but other than that, I've heard it's a great city.
Yeah.
It is. I've had a great
Chris,
time so far.
Chris, how are the ladies? I mean, I know you got a girlfriend.
He's not allowed to look. He's not allowed to look.
Yeah.
anymore.
Oh, yeah. Right. No, listen, man. This town is forget about it. There's so many girls. Well, listen. We're the #1 town in the country for bachelorette parties.
Wow.
Why?
Do I have to say anything else?
Why?
It is. There is more bachelorette parties here than any other town in the country.
I would think Vegas, not there.
Well, Peter, I think
Vegas.
because the divorce rate is probably really high too, so they remarry a lot or something.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
Is it all
all
the
girls
same
love
family?
country music. Downtown area, Broadway's a blast. I mean, it's like like New Orleans or something. You just walk from bar to bar to bar, and instead of just going from bar to bar to bar to drink, there's different live music in every single one of them. And a lot of these places are double and triple deckers, so they'll have different music on each floor. So you could go into a one bar that could be having three different types of music playing.
That is really cool. One guy that you know a lot, Chris, is giving you a shout out. Armando, do you remember Armando?
Oh, of course.
He's
Love
giving you a
Armando.
shout out. He wants to say hello to our
One of the best
to
salsas
Chris.
I've ever had in my life.
Oh,
right there.
that salsa he does is magisterial, as Ray Hudson would say.
I don't know.
And he should actually, put those in a can and start selling
Good
them.
stuff. Good stuff.
Good
All right.
stuff for sure.
Hey, we got
Listen, my tailgate show tank tops never looked any better. That dude's so jacked. I was like, yeah, dude, just walk around with my tailgate show shirt all the time, man. It looks good on you.
All right.
one more.
All right, so listen, I have a question for you guys. So now, you know what? This question would be a lot better if we were obviously going to the matches all the time. But do you have any feeling like people could start to fall in love with that stadium and not want to change when it comes time? Or do you think no matter what, when this is done, and we're moving to Miami?
Well,
Peter, go ahead, Peter.
what I was going to say is it's a nice stadium, but it is an erector set stadium, right? So you want something better for your permanent stadium. Now, I know there's plenty of MLS teams that have an erector set. I've heard this stadium looks very similar to the one in San Jose. So, plenty of teams would, I think Houston's might be an erector set as well. But, so you want a nicer stadium for sure. It is a beautiful erector set, right? It's well done for what it is. It looks great for what it is. But you want something that is more first class, more world class, as we think this team should be considered. And more than anything, you want, I think, as much as I'm a Fort Lauderdale guy, I get why they want the stadium to be in Miami. I mean, it's the gateway to the Americas. It's the big sexy name. It makes sense for business reasons to be in Miami. I think you have a better chance of getting bigger corporate sponsors being in Miami. And so, I mean, it makes sense. They'll always have a footprint in Fort Lauderdale because that's going to be the training facility, and the second team, the USL team, will be their home. So they'll always have a presence. And think about this: it's smart because now you really are truly South Florida soccer team. You play in the weekends in Miami, and you come to work Monday through Friday in Fort Lauderdale. A lot of the players in that case would probably choose to live in Fort Lauderdale because you want to be closer to where you work every day, right? So the city gets an advantage there. So I think eventually they definitely will go in Miami, and it makes sense to me. What do you think, Ed?
Yeah, for sure. I think, people are waiting for the Miami team, for the Miami Stadium to start. The one we have now is beautiful. It's perfect, but the intention for them was always for it to be for the second team. For the second team, it's an incredible stadium.
Yeah.
I think it's just the best stadium for a USL team, and a USL one team, because it's not even first division, it's not even second, it's third division. So it's really good. The training center is there. I mean, it's not like the players aren't going to enjoy that facility. All the academy is all there. And it really is beautiful. I can't wait till you come down, Chris, so you could check out what they've done with the thing. Of course, they turned the stadium around, so it's different than how Lockhart was done. But there's a reason why they did that, and most stadiums in the world are facing north-south or south-north. So it makes sense as far as, because the sun doesn't hit players straight in the eye like they used to back in the day. There was an advantage for certain teams when they had that going, when the sun was in their eye. But back in the Fusion days, I remember a lot of those games, that a lot of teams are facing the wrong way. The Fusion always tried to face the other way first, and then the other, and then have the sun in their eyes. But once you see it, I think you'll see, like, you'll be like, okay, yeah, you're right. We do need a better stadium. And the Miami Stadium is going to be in a great location. Crossing our fingers that it's still going to be there, because you know how Miami politics is, Chris.
Corrupt.
There's so much crazy.
Corrupt.
Yeah, so much corruption. Even though people voted for it, for the stadium to happen, these politicians are doing whatever they can to get some money out of it, something for their districts or whatever. And they don't care that people vote, they just want their own policies and their own things to happen. So this is Miami. That's the way that things work. But the thing that the team could do is keep pushing and saying, look, people voted for this. This has got to happen. They're pushing all the paperwork through, and I think it's going to eventually happen. So we're crossing our fingers, and then Peter could do some more, stadium construction videos.
Our most popular videos ever, construction updates. I'm more than happy to drive down to Miami to do those construction updates. Eric Thomas in the chat says, Michelle Kaufman of the Miami Herald said on Big O show said that due to the coronavirus, the Miami Stadium is temporarily on hold. Well, I mean, that's not surprising. Everything's kind of on hold. We know it's going to delay everything, but I still think it ends up happening. A couple of other, there was something in here. Oh, something unrelated, but Kevin Gonzalez says, hey, Chris, say hi to Tom Randalls for all of us. Longtime WSMV legendary anchor who began his career here at NBC WTVJ Miami in 1991. Okay. Do you know who that is?
Sweet.
Do you watch that news channel?
He doesn't watch TV, remember? He just told us he doesn't watch TV. So.
All right. Sorry. Hey, we do have. Oh, here's a good question. Mr. XO Warrior says, "Does Nashville have a USL 1 team? Do you have an academy or anything?
No, nothing yet. Well, no, they have. Yeah, they have. They're working with an academy, yes, but nothing. They're still getting that stadium thing done. That's. I think that's first on the list.
But I'm surprised that they're not affiliated at least with a USL squad.
I don't know if they have one with the USL. I don't think they do.
I thought you had to be affiliated. I mean, maybe within your first couple of years of operation. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think that's how it works, Peter. They're given a certain amount of time before they start their USL team. So that'll probably work out. But they do have an academy, right, Chris?
Yes, they're working with. Yes.
That's probably what's going to happen eventually, Peter.
Yeah, Dan Destroyer 21 says, if I'm not in Miami, where can I watch it? If you're out of South Florida, you can watch it on ESPN Plus.
Yes.
Or the Inter Miami app. I guess probably
we're the
anywhere.
Same way. We can't watch it on ESPN Plus.
Well, not you guys, because you're a local market.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We can't watch it there either. It's blacked out for us, so we have to watch it either on that local channel or, it's a pain.
Right, we're in the same boat.
Especially when there's small channels like that, My TV 30 and stuff.
And, I see a lot of people getting upset about this ESPN Plus thing because some people signed up for ESPN Plus solely because, hey, I could watch Inter Miami games. MLS is all the games are on ESPN Plus. I've seen several people get upset about that. Me, I've had the ESPN Plus since it was created because I could watch a lot of out of market games. So because at the time everything was out of market, but but I'm still happy with it.
I've been watching a lot of USL on there too. It's great.
Yeah, watch some Miami FC, watch some Tampa Bay Rowdies. Yeah. I mean everything.
I'm watching
Las Vegas
Darnell
Lights.
King went to Phoenix, so I've been watching him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, hey, we have another voicemail. I have not previewed this, so let's see what it says.
Oh, this will be interesting.
Hey, guys, it's your boy Sebastian Zamora. I love your show, guys. Hopefully we can get the second win versus Nashville. Hope to see Ray Hudson. Hope you guys are well during the pandemic. Love you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Sebastian.
Awesome.
Just a little bit of love coming our way. No question or anything, just a little bit of love.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
Well, let's hope Inter Miami defeats the evil Nashville team because they're evil.
What do you, honestly, we only have a few minutes left in the show, and we're all getting to go. After the show's over, we're all going to go get our favorite beverage, sit in front of the TV, and turn on whatever local channel you have because we've all determined that everybody here is watching it on some local channel. So, Chris, what do you think? What do you think your chances are tonight? And you think you're winning, you're tying, you're losing? What do you think?
You're at home.
Bet money or my heart?
Your heart.
Heart?
I was going to go the other way.
You'll probably win like 9-1.
But reality, you forget about your heart. Use your head.
I'll probably lose 2-1.
That's how it's funny. That's how I feel about our team a lot. And sometimes people in the chat call me out as being a little negative. Because like I want them to win every single game, but do I really think they're going to win every single game? No.
We're in a tough spot, man. We've been trying to play too much defense. I mean, you know what I mean? Like just bringing everyone back, and I think we're nervous. We don't know who we can rely on up front to really put it in and control. I don't know. And it's tough.
You guys got that kid, I forgot his name right now, from LAFC that's in your defense?
Zimmerman?
Yeah. Well, Walker Zimmerman, right?
Yeah. He's real good.
So what, is he the only one that's good?
Yeah, he's real good.
We'll just leave it at that.
We'll just leave it at that, yeah.
We'll just leave it at that.
It's a thing in work right now. We're working on things here.
So what do you think? Have they mentioned they're going to bring more players, Chris? I mean, because we already knew that we were going to have a defensive midfielder coming in. They got Matuidi. They told us we're going to get a number 9, which looks like it's probably going to be Wayne. Have they mentioned anything else? Any new additions for Nashville?
Absolutely, yeah. There's been some chatter about a couple of people. Don't ask me their names right now, dude. Don't.
I'm bad. I get it. I'm bad with names too.
I know that they were interested in a couple people like
that. They're people that we know. Yeah. What we know so much is that they're people. They're not dogs or cats. They're humans.
And people are people.
Yeah.
That's people are people.
Yeah, but
I've laughed more on this show than I have on any other show.
Go ahead, Chris.
I think they're still working on things big time and figuring out a lot of things. I really do, man. I get this sense like really figuring things out. I mean, because everyone's like, oh well, you guys were all a USL team last year. We started brand new,
right,
dude? There's nobody on this team,
right?
One guy.
Mr. XO Warrior is saying that Mukhtar is out of the starting 11.
Oh wow! What happened?
You're screwed.
So there's no forward.
That's your best player, right? I mean, that's your DP.
Well, I don't, dude. But listen, DP. I don't know. It doesn't always mean that. It means something else too.
They're just worth a lot of money.
Yeah. So,
Jason V says Nashville just signed Chris's cat.
Oh, where is he? Yeah, get one of them up here.
Obviously, Jason V must know you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
of course.
There you go.
Or you probably saw a cat. Oh, that's cool.
I've seen the boys.
Yeah. Well, they're there somewhere, but
Where's this darn cat? There he goes. There he is.
Darn tootin' cat.
That's a big cat.
What do you feed that creature?
Just a lot of food.
Too much. That's what you feed them. You feed them too much.
It's the cat, dude. They nap all day long.
God,
So do dogs. My dog just sleeps all day.
You really get a feeling on how much the cat sleeps during a pandemic, you know, because you're watching them. Like, dude, I wish I could get my day to go by faster, you know, with all the sleeping they do.
You know, I gotta stop. I gotta stop the show whenever we get a nice compliment because we don't get them that often. But Kata writes, "You guys are awesome. Get used to me commenting more often."
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
I'll
much.
be on every week.
Hey, if that's what the people want.
Yeah, we'll have Chris on all the time. But Chris, tell them that you're restarting the tailgate show up in Nashville. Tell us when you guys are going to be on, what days, so people could listen to you guys.
Yep, we're gonna start ripping you guys off. Not next Thursday, the Thursday after that.
Yeah.
We're doing a show like this, you know, separate. It's gonna be on YouTube also. Yeah, it'll be just like you guys without you guys. You'll love it.
So it won't be as good, in other words.
No, well, hold on. Let me see what I got going. Yeah, no, it'll be great.
If you need any questions, and hit me up. As far as like what applications we're using and stuff like that, let me know, Chris. You know, I'm always here to help.
Absolutely.
No, it's been a lot of fun catching up. As always.
Love you guys, man.
Yeah, no, and one of the things you did, I know you did bring back the tailgate show for a brief minute, and you were incorporating music because it's Music City. Do you plan on doing that?
Oh, absolutely. We'll use the separate thing, for let's say maybe once or twice a month, and then a big guest, a music guest will all be done in studio. So we're gonna shake it up a little bit, do a little bit of everything.
Some soccer and some country music.
You're not thinking about doing the kitchen thing again? It's just a different scenario now?
I love this setup we got here, dude. I got 2 couches, and they're split into a V, so that when the TV runs, you'll be able to see whoever's playing, and you'll be able to see all 4 of us at the same time. So, you know how it is. Got to do it.
Armando says, Chris for president. Oof.
Yes.
Oof.
Wow.
Ed. We were talking a little politics today during lunch. Would you vote for Chris?
I don't know. He'd be pretty. I think there'd be a lot of wacky tobacco for everybody. That'd definitely be legal everywhere.
Mm. Well, we import, export, and we start, making some real money.
I don't know if I could. I can
vote for that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm on the fence there. But we could do worse. We could do worse, right?
Yeah.
We definitely could. But,
here's a good one. Here's a good one. 305790 says the pink is so much better on the eyes than the highlighter yellow.
Ooh, yeah. Look at that. You got the
And here's the thing. It's a questionable color when the fan goes, yeah, you're kind of right.
I can't buy that jersey. It's too loud.
I like the loud jersey. I have no problem with that. Like, I've always wanted to buy a Holland jersey because it's that bright. It's also kind of like a highlighter, that bright orange. I've always wanted to buy one of those. My heritage is Dutch, so it kind of makes sense. But it's like one of those shirts that you see someone coming a mile away. I'm on board with that. It stands out. My issue with your uniform is not so much the highlighter yellow; it's that it's just too darn close to Columbus Crew. It's just a slightly more, neon than the Columbus Crew uniform is. That's all it is. It's the same basic kit.
What about
pink? I'm surprised that they didn't go with the gold like they had in the the USL team. That athletic gold. It's called. You know what I'm talking about, right?
No,
it's
not at all.
More goldy color.
Tell us more.
I thought they
please describe the gold a little bit better.
Goldie.
Yeah.
They'll call it Goldie too.
It's more like like the Green Bay Packers,
which in turn would look just like Columbus Crew.
No, it's more. No,
it's Columbus Crew with a hint of orange.
Okay.
You know what, Peter? I would have loved to see Chris wearing a entirely pink jersey. I think he would have totally looked great in it. What do you think?
I wore pink in the 80s. I was a break dancer. Come on, man.
That's true.
He was a friend. He was a fan of Miami Vice.
He was a break dancer back in the day. That's why he's got that bald head.
Yeah, the hair fell off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go. Jazz Fusion says, when life gives you lemons, you make Nashville jerseys.
There you go.
I love that. Cheese?
That shit'll make you cry.
It's Goldie Gold. All right. Anyways, we everybody, that's about it. We're now just rambling on, having a little fun. Let's put an end to this sucker. For some reason, my camera's getting messed up. But everybody,
Nashville, Tennessee's coming up. Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's over my head. Nashville, Tennessee.
Over your head.
That's, I don't understand that. Yeah, I don't know why that's happening.
I put that there.
It's something that's appearing on from my phone or something. Some like a notification from my phone popping up over my head. Right. But it's just telling you Nashville, Tennessee, 37213. Is that your area code?
That's Chris's number.
Is this your address, Chris?
No, I still got the 954.
Well, it's his address. If there's an address going up.
I don't know. I got to move my head around. It's something way.
I live on Caldwell Road.
Oh, maybe this is the address for Nashville SC. I don't know. I don't know why it popped in.
That is very odd, but it doesn't matter because
we're done.
Miami, look, they get Mr. RXO Warrior. He's putting up the lineup. We got Robles, who's the captain, Figal, Reyes, Gonzalez Pires, Sweat, Trapp, Ulloa, Pellegrini, Morgan, Carranza, and Pizarro. That's according to our good friend Franco Panizo.
All right.
Who put it up. So that's a good lineup. I think it's basically the last lineup we had before.
Let me look at it again, right?
Ed so eloquently said, like you're really Spanish and everything, dude.
Well, I kind of am. So, you know how the R's rolled really good?
Yeah, that was sexy as hell, dude. Come on, baby.
I know.
What the heck is happening with this thing? Anyways, all right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Chris, thanks so much for spending some time with us. How can everybody follow what you're doing? What's the YouTube channel name?
It's still under The Tailgate Show. It's always the same thing. The Tailgate Show. We're everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. It's always the same name.
Great.
Even his underwear says Tailgate Show on it.
It does. Probably. That way, if I pick up the wrong stained underwear, I know which one's mine.
The man has put his logo on everything.
That's right.
That's part of being in the business.
That's because of Goose Inc., baby.
Yeah, I know. All right. Thanks so much, everybody, for playing around with us for the last hour. Let's hope Inter Miami wins. And I'm sorry, Chris, but we're going for a win tonight. What's that? What's that nonsense?
It's my jester hat.
Yeah, I know. I get it. Thanks so much. Thanks so much.
Got me on TV opening day.
All right. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And tune in on Tuesday when Ed does the Spanish version with his buddy Ricky Ricardo, and it'll be a lot of fun. So watch on Tuesday, and we'll see you here again next Sunday. See you later, everybody. Thanks so much, and vamos Miami.
Buenos dias, Papantaco. All right, boys. Thanks for having me, man.
Good seeing you, Chris.